Okay everyone, it's time for another shop video. It's May 16th, 2017. A nice Tuesday here in the shop. We got one small thing and one really huge thing to talk about. This is going to be a long video, so bear with me. Lots of material to cover. And maybe some more interesting things to talk about. First thing is, I got this laptop over here sitting on a little storage waiting cart. I just did RAM in it. It'll be finished up and out of here pretty soon, even probably tomorrow, the way my schedule is today. But the big thing that everybody that follows me on Facebook has been asking me is, what the hell happened this past Friday? The events of this past Friday are complicated, but I will try to break them down as simply as I can. In order to understand exactly what happened this past Friday, we have to actually go back in time to the middle of August of 2016. At that time, there was a company known as the Equation Group that was broken into. Now, this is particularly bad because the Equation Group is known to have an IT firm that is known to have ties with the National Security Agency's Tailored Access Operations Division. Now, most of you don't know what TAO actually does, but what TAO actually does is they break into the computer systems of our adversaries to gather intelligence. When the Equation Group was broken into, what was stolen from the Equation Group are the actual programs that are used to break into computers. These programs are known as exploits in the security world. And many exploits were stolen from the Equation Group. We don't know how many. Could be hundreds, could be thousands. These exploits were stolen by a group or individual calling himself or themselves the shadow brokers. There's been a lot of speculation as to who the shadow broker is, etc. I'm not really going to get into that in this video because that will kind of take me off on a tangent. The important thing is that some very dangerous programs, so dangerous that I don't even call them programs, I would actually call them weapons, were stolen from the Equation Group by the shadow broker due to the Equation Group's very poor handling and storage of these weapons. Now, the shadow broker, what he did was he released these exploits in batches, and the shadow broker then sold these on the internet underground. And when they were sold, of course, we have no idea where they could have wound up. But the important thing to understand here is that these programs that were stolen can be combined with other malware to make for a very dangerous combination. And this is what happened here. One of the exploits held by the shadow broker was combined with a ransomware malware program known as WannaCry or WannaCry. This program was then released out into the wild on the internet, whereby it spread like a worm. A worm, for those that don't know, is a program that spreads from computer to computer via a network connection, such as the internet. It spreads on its own and executes on its own. Unlike traditional ransomware, where you have to actually do something like open an email attachment in order to get the ransomware to execute on your computer. It is believed that individuals that actually released WannaCry at this point is a group known as the Lazarus Group, which is known to have ties to North Korea. So, North Korea may very well be involved in the events of Friday. Now, what I've been asked is, am I going to get infected? Is this going to happen again? How do I protect myself? Etc., etc., etc. If you have Windows 10, you are safe. You were never in any danger. If you have any previous version of Windows, if you have Windows 8 or Windows 7, there was a patch released by Microsoft in the middle of March for the exploit that this ransomware worm uses in order to spread. If you have Windows Update set to automatically update your computers, you should have this patch installed. Many individuals, as we now know, did not have this patch installed, and this is where they ran into trouble. If you have Windows XP, you were in trouble because Microsoft did not release a patch for Windows XP until after the ransomware began to really spread. I have said this many times. If you are still running Windows XP, you need to upgrade now. It is extremely dangerous to run Windows XP on the internet. I cannot overemphasize that point enough. Windows XP is no longer supported by Microsoft. It is not getting any patches, therefore. That is a very dangerous situation. If you need any help upgrading, feel free to contact me. As far as, is your antivirus going to protect you from ransomware? The answer is most likely no. Antivirus does not do well when it comes to ransomware infections because of the way ransomware operates. By the time your antivirus goes off and detects that you've been infected by ransomware, your files have already been encrypted. There are only two ways to protect yourself. One is by using a program known as Hitman CryptoGuard. You can look it up on Google. It's a program that's manufactured by Sophos Security. It works very well. The second way you can protect yourself is by keeping very good backups of your system. And by very good, I mean complete image backups of your hard drive. It's very important that you have these current backups because oftentimes we can't rely on methods such as volume shadow copy to get you out of a ransomware situation. I have been able to get people's data back with volume shadow copy in the past. I have been able to find decryption tools in the past for recovering people's data. This, however, does not work all of the time and should not be counted on to work 100% of the time. Backups and Hitman CryptoGuard are the only two things that are going to save your computer. If anyone needs any help with either of the two previously mentioned items, feel free to contact me. Are we going to see more of this in the future? I am afraid so. This is not the end of the shadow brokers. We don't know how many more exploits the shadow brokers have to dump on us. We don't know how many other groups are waiting in the wings to combine these highly sought after exploits with their own malware to create God only knows what. I fault the Equation Group for this problem with their, I have to be frank, piss poor handling of these weapons. They have allowed them to get loose into the wild. This is unacceptable. It is time as a country that we all wake up and become responsible for the security of your company, the security of your own personal equipment, and the security of this nation as a whole. If there's anyone out there that feels that they're not in a good security position and needs help or consulting, please contact me. It is time that we wake up and get something done before something even more drastic than what we just saw on Friday happens. I believe that what happened on Friday was a warning that we may not get a second or third time. With that being said, I will see everyone next week. Have a good week, everyone. Bye-bye.